Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today, I wanted to have a discussion as to why Weiss and Adam should have actually encountered one another in Volume 6, because this was a missed opportunity that could have actually happened, and through this opportunity, this could have developed both Adam and Weiss's characters, and I really want to go into how this could have developed them as characters. So sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So if there's one thing that I think Volume 6 missed out on, a very big missed opportunity that I think the writers should have thought very thoroughly about, something they should have written in and should have really tried to focus on, was Weiss and Adam actually meeting one another. Now, this would have actually been a very important thing for both Weiss and Adam's characters. This could have gone more into Adam's character as well as helping us understand him better, as well as developing and motivating Weiss's character. And this is something I don't think the writers took into consideration. This is something I don't think they thought about, something that they left out that they really could have worked upon, that actually was kind of thrown in back in Volume 1, that could have led these characters up to meeting one another and having a conflict in itself. And I'm going to get into everything that I mean here, and I'm going to explain all of it. So let's start off by looking at it like this. So let's start with Adam's character. So when looking at Adam, the big thing about him is that he was branded by the Schneidus Company. Now, whether he was a worker for the Schneidus Company at one point in time or not, we have no idea. We don't exactly know how this happened, whether it may have been even just a raid on the Schneidus Company. We don't know to this very day, and unless the writers decide to come out and tell us how it exactly happened, how Adam got this brand, or unless the writers actually show Adam's past at some point in time, we'll never know. It'll be something that'll be more or less left up to the imagination. But because of the brand on Adam's face, because of what happened to him due to the Schneidus Company, this indirectly involves Weiss to his character. Now, while Weiss has never met him, that still puts her somewhat involved with what happened because she is a Schnee, and we've seen her get blamed before, back in Volume 2, by Bonesaw, aka the White Fang Lieutenant, as well as Flint. So we already know that the Schneidus Company has a bad reputation because of its business practices, and we know that Weiss also disagrees with the direction that her father is taking the Schneidus Company, which Jacques is the one who is really putting more harm than he is good on the company. At the same time, the problem here is that Weiss nor RWBY had even met Adam, not one time. There was never a time they encountered him. Weiss had heard of Adam back in Volume 2 when Blake brought him up to everybody and how he was and how he changed, but there was never a confrontation between the two of them. And the opportunity that this could have actually had here was that it could have opened the doors to Adam's character. It could have opened up his origin story and where he came from, what he went through due to the Schneidus Company, why he felt that he needed to have a sense of justice for the Faunus and try to help them, and then how he changed to what he became. Now, we did get to see in the character short how he progressed from being selfless to selfish, but at the same time, this didn't tell us everything as to why he started feeling that he had to have justice, why he decided it was a good idea to join the White Fang. For all we know, he could have grown up as someone who worked within the Schneidus Company, and because he may have stood out against them, they branded him. And maybe the brand could have been the symbol to spark the idea of a revolution, because Adam became a revolutionist, as we did see. And maybe that's what the inspiration could have been for him to join the White Fang. Maybe that could have been the inspiration for him to want to change things and have a revolution. And we have to go back to Volume 1, because it goes back to what Weiss had stated when it comes to Blake and the whole issue with the White Fang. How she talked about how the White Fang had been murdering and kidnapping friends and relatives of hers. How because of this, it made her family life very difficult because of Jacques and how he would treat the family because of what would be going on with the issues between the company as well as the White Fang. And then you have to think about how they had to live in fear. So one thing that could have been interesting that could have been done here is that Adam could have actually kidnapped Weiss somehow. Maybe there could have been an opportunity to where Weiss had been out in Argus on her own doing something, maybe an errand or something, while they were in Argus, and he could have actually kidnapped Weiss, which still could have had Blake and Yang get involved, as well as even RWBY to be able to meet Adam for the first time, for RWBY at least. And this could show Weiss whenever Adam reveals the brand. It could have shown her how intense the Schneidus Company actually was towards the Faunus. I mean, of course, she's heard of the bad practices, I'm sure, but when it comes to actually seeing the brand and how the Shnidas company would actually treat the Faunus as if they're cattle rather than treating them as equals, as individuals, then that could really affect her in that way. Not only that, but it could actually bring some emotion and actually have some weight to the brand. And then Adam could say how this brand actually affected him, how it actually hurt him, and why he always hid his face, why it was always something that he felt he had to hide because it was like a mark of shame to him. And who knows, maybe even to Adam, just looking at that in the mirror every single time he saw the brand, maybe this was something that made him feel that, well, we need to do something. We need justice. We need to try to be seen as equals. And that's how he probably came up with the idea to become a revolutionist for the Faunus. And I think that would have been a very good way to encourage his character, a very good way to develop him, and even open up a way to show off his past, his origin, and what motivated him to become the person he became. I think also that maybe this could have even opened it up to how he probably could have been one of the White Fang members that actually kidnapped some of Weiss's friends and family and possibly even killed them. I think that would have been very interesting as well if they had went within this direction. But also, how this could develop Weiss, how this could have actually helped her if they had actually not missed this opportunity, if they had not missed this chance. Seeing that this brand had affected Adam, see how much it impacted him if they had done that. This could have actually shown Weiss the brutal reality of the world, aside of what she had seen within her own family life, to show her the brutality of how the Faunus were treated like cattle and nothing more than that. That they were just more or less workers under a terrible labor practice. And then she could see how bad her father actually was already. This could be the start of really seeing more of how terrible Jacques is. She already knew how bad he was before, but this could just show how much worse he was, how much the old ways of the Shnidas company from her grandfather had changed once her father had actually inherited the company and took over, and how things had drastically changed, and seeing why people really hate the Shnidas company or why people really blame them. And this could really affect Weiss because not only had she seen how bad her father was at home, how bad her life had been because of the White Fang, but this could make her understand why the Faunus want equality. This could help her with that. Of course, she would know how they were treated, but then she could just see how intense they had actually been treated, how awful they had been treated. And what this could also actually do is this could motivate her further. This could be the spark to motivating her. And this could then carry into Volume 7, which could then be even greater when it comes to her having another confrontation with her father when she returns to Atlas. I think that this could be a greater spark to motivate her to want to better the Shnidas company. This could have been the start of that. And I think that this opportunity really would have helped Weiss, really would have developed her. It really would have helped her grow if they had actually had her meet Adam. Because, like I stated, with the White Fang and what she'd brought up about that in Volume 1, and then, of course, with Adam, this could have been a way to have Weiss be involved. This could have been a way for Adam to blame her and her family for what happened to him and the Shnidas company, and to actually show the impact of what the brand meant to Adam, as well as how this could impact Weiss to want to change things, to want to make things better than they were before. I think that this was a very missed opportunity, and I think that this could have been a great way to develop two characters at the same time. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Share this video with your friends if you found this informative or useful. And follow me on Discord. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.